So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really delicious beetroot and yogurt curry. It's lightly spiced, it's earthy, it's delicious, and it's completely vegetarian. It's a really easy dish to make. It's great for like a weeknight meal, but you can also make extra and then reheat it as you want it. So I've chopped up some of my onions already here, and I'm making enough for 4 people. So I'm going to use 2 red onions, and I'm just going to chop the remaining bit of red onion. So first thing is to fry off my onion with some garlic. So I'm just gonna very easily, very simply bash my garlic cloves and roughly chop them. And the same with my chilies as well. Don't worry about chopping them too finely. Got my pan here and I'm just gonna heat it over a medium heat. And I'm just gonna use some coconut oil. You can use olive oil or butter as well if you prefer. And I'm just gonna heat a good tablespoon of that. So while I'm here, I'm just gonna roughly chop my chilies as well. If you want it spicy, you can leave the seeds in, but for less spicy, you can just take them out. Halve them, and then just kind of roughly chop through. And it's always a really good idea to try a little bit of your chili before you cook with it, so you can tell how spicy your food's gonna be. In the past, I've not done that, and then put 2 chilies in, and they've been uber hot. Okay, this is a grower. Maybe I'm gonna go with 1.5. So just adding my onions into the pan, and we're gonna cook them on a medium heat, so they kind of sweat down and become nice and sweet, but slightly caramelized. When they sweat down, we're gonna add the chili and the garlic and the spices. Okay, so I've got my chili and my garlic ready to go. And I'm just gonna prep my beetroot, which I've peeled, and just roughly cut these beetroot into small-ish cubes. So I'm just gonna chop them in half. The smaller you chop them, the faster they'll cook. So you can see the onions have started to wilt down, they've reduced in size, and they start becoming really kind of sweet and just delicious. So in my pestle and mortar, I have a mixture of spices. I've got some cardamom pods, I've got some mustard seeds, some cumin seeds, and some coriander seeds. And I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a bash. Okay, perfect. I add my chili and my garlic. And then just moving that over, I'm actually gonna add my spices so they can fry off in the corner. And I'm also gonna add a bit of fenugreek and some turmeric as well. And once they hit the pan, you can really smell them start to toast. And we've also got some curry leaves, which I'm just gonna chuck in. So once it starts to change color a little bit, you know it's nicely toasted. You'll be able to smell it as well. Okay, that's good. So now what I'm gonna do is mix the onions through it, which will stop the spices from overcooking. And I'm gonna add some tomato puree. You want about like a tablespoon of that. And you always want to fry off your tomato puree for exactly the same reason as the spices, because you want to bring out the flavour. I'm using chicken stock, but you can use veg stock if you fancy. You can add that into the pan like that. And we're going to add our beetroot. Boom. So you want to bring that simmer, and we're going to pop a lid on. So I'm just going to simmer that for about 25-30 minutes until the beetroot are cooked through. And then we're gonna take it off the heat, stir through the yogurt, and it's ready to serve. Now we're gonna stir through the yogurt. So I'm gonna add about 150 grams of yogurt. Just gently stir that through. So I'm just adding a little bit more yogurt. I've added about 150, 200 grams. If you wanna thicken it a little bit, because the texture is a little bit liquidy, you can just take the lid off and simmer it with the lid off for the final 15 minutes. Get some of those onions. We're gonna add a little bit more yogurt to the top. Just gonna add a sprinkle of seeds over. The coriander can go on there. So there we have it. This is also really delicious with rice. In this instance, I haven't actually made any rice, but it's delicious with rice as well because it soaks up all of the flavour. But there you have it, my amazing beetroot and yoghurt curry. Such a delicious, warming veggie dish, perfect for winter. I hope you like the recipe. Do make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.